Stat here. Hope you guys are doing well. Today we're going to be profiling my updated DESPIA deck. Recently I posted a poll between Drytron and DESPIA, and you guys voted on this. So here I am profiling it. It's a deck I really enjoy. It's the number one deck I'm playing competitively right now. So if you guys really enjoy this video and you want to continue to see updates, even after the release of the Albaz Structure deck, give this video a like and consider subscribing for more awesome Yu-Gi-Oh content. And if you have any suggestions or you would like to share your thoughts on DESPIA, leave a comment down below. As always, I enjoy interacting with each and every one of you. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So first we're playing Triple Aliber. This is one of your primary starters of the deck. Whenever it's summoned, you can search for any branded spell or trap from your deck to your hand. Also, if one of your fusion monsters get destroyed while this is in graveyard, this can recur. We are playing Triple Despian Tragedy. I would also consider this one of your starters because whenever this card is banished or sent to the graveyard as part of a card resolution, you can search for any Despia monster from deck to hand. If one of your branded cards gets destroyed, let's say your field spell, you're able to banish this from your graveyard to reset it. We are playing one Dramaturg and one Adlib. They both have similar abilities where whenever they use this fusion material and sent to the graveyard or banished, they gain effects. Dramaturg is able to revive itself, and then whenever your opponent summons a monster from the extra deck, target a monster they control and negate their effects. With Adlib, you could bring back a Despia monster that is banished or in your graveyard. The reason why I'm playing one each is because they're both easily searchable. I would rather load up my deck with starters. That way I can access the cards I need. Because I find that playing more than one Dramaturg, or even more than one Adlib, gets a little cloggy. Especially since we're playing a Destiny Hero package. We're playing Triple Diviner of the Herald. To be honest with you, I got sick of playing Alistair, so I wanted to try something new. So I'm playing a fairy engine. Diviner allows you to pitch any fairy from your deck to grave. So you can pitch your Despian Tragedy, and then its effect will go off to search for any Despia monster, or we could send our Trias Hierarcha to graveyard and tribute our Herald. And when that happens, Trias Hierarcha can special summon itself from the graveyard, and the Herald's effect kicks off, either specialing our Despia Tragedy or our Ava. And then from there, we can link for our artifact Dagda. And then if we activate our effect, Dagda can bring out her Scythe, which sets up our plays. And because we're playing Ava and mostly fairies, we are playing Triple Tarot of Orange Light. To be honest with you, I think Alistair would probably be the number one way to go, but if you're looking for the best next alternative and you're sick of summoning Alistair, I think the fairy engine isn't bad either. It's been working out pretty well for me. Next we have a Destiny Hero package. We're playing one Plasma, one Denier, and while we're at it, we'll throw in the one Scythe. Scythe is obviously there for the lock with our Phoenix Enforcer. The reason why I'm playing one Plasma and one Denier, one of two reasons. One, I don't own Dasher, but even if I did, I would rather go with these two over Dasher and Celestial, because I feel like these effects will resolve more often than those two. Plasma can steal your opponent's monsters and equip it, and also negate your opponent's monster's effects. Denier also has recursion. Whenever you control a Despia monster other than itself, you can bring it back from the graveyard. So you kind of have a follow-up play for your next turn to go into more fusion plays. We're also playing more cards that support Plasma, which I'll get into in a little bit. We're playing Triple Branded Opening. I have a love-hate relationship with this card. It's an excellent starter, but sometimes it can't prevent you from going into your Dagda to get your Scythe. But it's not the end of the world. I mean, you could still play. But what this card does is you can pitch a card as part of a resolution. Despian Tragedy, wink wink. Special summon any Despia monster from your deck. Also, if this is in your graveyard, it acts as a Return of the Dragon Lord, so you're able to banish it to protect your fusion monsters from being destroyed. Also, we're playing 2 branded in red. You could target a DESPIA monster that is in your graveyard, add it to your hand, and then banish fusion materials to summon a level 8 fusion monster or higher from your extra deck. And then we're only playing 1 DESPIA Theater of the Branded. We'll play 1 Call by the Grave to counter hand traps. We're playing triple Dark Ruler No More. Just pretty much a blowout spell to shut off our opponent. We're playing 1 Harpy's Feather Duster. And we are playing triple Fusion Destiny. Obviously, we're maxed out on this. That way we can get our Phoenix Enforcer on field. This one's going to be iffy for a lot of people. But I'm playing triple D-Force. This is pretty much a follow-up play to my Phoenix Enforcer. What this card does is that I can activate it, add a Plasma from either my deck or graveyard to my hand. Most of the time it's going to be from the graveyard. And then you gain additional effects. Your monster will gain 100 attack points for each monster in both graveyards. It can't be destroyed by card effects, and it can attack twice during each battle phase. So pretty much you're having you're setting up for an OTK build. And the way this deck swarms is that you're not going to have any problem getting Plasma board. We're playing 1 Pot of Prosperity. This is supposed to be a 3 of. If something happens where these don't work out, I might take out 2 of these, play 3 Prosperity, and then take the other one out for like a Foolish Burial. But for now, this is what we're playing. And then last but not least, we're playing triple Infinite Impermanence. Arguably the best hand trap in the game. Into the extra deck, we're playing 1 Destiny Hero Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. It's able to pop itself and another card on field. So pretty much what you're going to be doing is you're going to be popping this in your Scythe to lock your opponent out. And then during the following standby phase, it will just come back. We're playing 2 Masquerade Dragons. Pretty much what we want to do is summon up to 2 of these. That way we can burn our opponent for 600. Keep in mind it's not effect damage, it's a cost every time they activate a card or the effect of a card. We're playing 2 Despian Coitus. This is pretty much for a control strategy where you can change the attack points of all monsters on the field to 0 except for level 8 or higher fusion monsters. We're playing 1 Despian Promiskin. I primarily use this for like a super poly target for decks like Evil Twins, because typically they'll summon a light Evil Twin and then bring out a dark one, and then I could just super poly into this. And then this allows me to steal monsters from the graveyard. We're playing 1 Starving Venom and 1 Mud Dragon with Swamp. For additional super poly targets, we're playing 1 Elder Entity Natis. This rarely comes up, but it's pretty much a target for a Diviner, because Diviner can send from deck or extra deck to graveyard, so we can use Diviner to send this and pop a card on the field. We're playing 2 Albion the Branded Dragon and 1 Brygran the Glory Dragon. To be honest, these are just fillers, and sometimes I do play the main deck dragon monster, but I know I'm sort of back and forth on it. If you want, you could add that in if you can't afford the prosperity, or you could just throw in more additional super poly targets. For the Link monsters, we're playing 1 Verte for obvious reasons, 1 Artifact Dagda to get out her Scythe, and we're playing 1 Cross Sheep. I do have an extra deck. I'm playing 2 Gameciel. I'm going to be replacing this with 2 Gardala. Why can't I pronounce that? Just because, like, wind monsters are a big thing right now, and the statue is kind of a pain in my butt. We're playing triple Cosmic Cyclone. 1 Raigeki for board break. We're playing 2 Super Poly. We're only playing 2 of this because I feel like a third one never comes up. But so 2 is kind of a perfect ratio for me. We're playing 1 or triple Typhoon. This is purely in here to out Imperial Order, because this deck dies to Imperial Order. So I just put this in here purely for that. The idea actually came from a King Scarlet tweet, which I'm pretty sure he was joking, but the more I thought about it, I just figured why not play it. we're playing Triple Dimensional Fissure, Sword Soul, Shadal, they're still a thing. So being able to shut down the opponent to prevent them from doing their plays is always helpful. And we're playing one red boot against the trap decks like Eldritch. So that's it for the side deck. So this concludes today's deck profile. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. And if you did, be sure to give the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. As always, I would love to hear your thoughts on this deck. There are different ways you could play Despia. You could throw in Dogmatica, you could throw in Invoked, or you could throw in this Fairy package. There's so many things that you could do with this deck, and I feel like this is one of the very few archetypes where it's very flexible and you could always innovate. But it's a deck that I highly recommend to anyone that's wanting to get into competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! If you guys enjoy this, again, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing for more awesome Yu-Gi-Oh! Content, and hit the notification bell to be notified of when I go live. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, atlas.ygo. Also, I have a Discord. I would love for you to be part of our awesome community. We do deck lists, we talk ban list, whole bunch of cool stuff. So until next time, we'll see you in the next video.